Hey, welcome in everybody. We're here for the finals of the Belgium Cup here in 2023. Welcome on in. We've got a great matchup for you today. It's Team Verreycken against N19, two of the heavy hitters in the Belgian curling scene. We are really looking forward to this. It's going to be a bit of a different format. It's only 6 ends as opposed to the standard 8. It's been kind of a sprint tournament, but we're coming down to it, and we're really looking forward to this.
Yeah. The two big ones, it's El Clasico, the classic, the hate game, the clash of the titans, whatever you want to call it. But N19 and Team Verreycken, they have such a big history competing against each other for the title of the national team. But they've competed so many times, and now here they are competing for the Belgium Cup. Who's not competing for the Belgium Cup is the housekeepers. They were absent. They are the reigning cup holders for just I think less or under 2 hours. We'll have a new cup holder later today. But yeah, John, if you look at the routes to the final, we have the grand final, the big final. Both teams, they didn't have the most difficult route to the final. I think there weren't a lot of normal regular teams joining or competing in the Beker, the Cup of Belgium. We had the Grey Ducks. They advanced up towards the semi-final, but then got beaten by Team Verreycken. Also, Tom van Waterschoot, one of the strongholds of the Grey Ducks, he wasn't able to play that semi-final. Maybe that's also one of the reasons why Team Verreycken was able to beat the Grey Ducks. And then over on the other semi-final, Campina had a route against Curlicious and Iconic to reach that final. I think that was also a route that was manageable for them. I think, in all honesty, we kind of estimated N18 and Team Verreycken meeting each other, and I think the BCA did as well. There was a reason why both teams got a bye and got kind of placed in the quarterfinals directly.
Yeah, they are the two strongest teams by ranking, and so yeah, they deserved it, and they're showing why they deserve to be here in the finals. So they have already started.
They've already started. Yeah, there was no warm-up, no whatever. So suddenly they were filling in their papers to decide on the lineup, and we're depending on that lineup to kind of fill in our scoring mechanism. So I was down there on the ice. Well, they were about to throw their first stone, like figuring, how are we gonna play? Can we kind of please have that information to have it on stream? But we have confirmation, we have a full lineup, and yeah, we have some alternates coming in. We have Tuur, the alternate for Team Verreycken. He is given the opportunity to play the final and basically win a trophy for Team Verreycken. That's a nice touch. And over on N19 sides, we have obviously the Magic Man. There no introduction is needed for the Magic Man.
The magician, the flowing mane. Yeah. We're gonna see lots of that today. So, yeah, why don't we kick it out on over to the ice? And they've already thrown the first few stones. So
yes, I don't really know which stones we're at. Hi, Nacho.
Oh yeah, we have to make our predictions.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know, I'm a Team Verreycken fan. You know, Timo is a big fan of the channel when he's not playing. So we're gonna I'm gonna let that go with it. So I'm gonna bet Pim's house on Team Verreycken.
My house, yeah. How many times did I lose my house over a bet with you?
Oh, next season we're gonna track that. We're going to get chat involved as well.
I'm going to get homeless again once more.
I do need to change something. I have the wrong order.
Yeah, Bram is first, Tuur is second, Timo is third, and then Jeroen, the man with the hat, he is fourth. He's also the largest person on the ice today.
That is not true.
Stefan.
Stefan is bigger. Stefan is probably about the same height, but definitely a little bit more heft, if you will. Speaking as a fellow hefty person.
Just gonna catch up with stones. Are we down at the third or fourth stone for
that is
Campina?
The fourth. That is the fourth Campina stone.
Okay, so
there we go.
Now I'm all back. We are ready.
It smells like somebody's got some chicken. Oh, Nacho taking Team Verreycken.
Are you taking Team Verreycken? Yeah. Oh, I'm
sitting on your laptop.
Yeah, that's not the best idea.
That's a very expensive seat cushion there. This has been kind of we call it a sprint tournament because it's like all of the matches are a bit shorter, but it's like also the time between the matches.
Oh my god.
It is putting us a bit under pressure. We're kind of, I know we've had a few weeks off, so we're not as sharp as we should be.
Yeah, and the time in between match 1 and 2, I think it was 5 minutes. It felt like 2 seconds.
Yeah. And the teams aren't waiting until the time slot. They get out on the ice and they're like, oh, it's time to go. It's like, do we have to wait for you? Yes, you should.
And then they pick a different color stone than we anticipated. So, but we survived. At time, we're gonna write some kind of playbook. Like this is a manual, a guide for tournament organizers.
Yes. Yeah, we're gonna force them like they do at the Europeans and the Worlds and the Olympics, where they're stuck. They have to wait for the TV to be ready. So.
Yeah, for an official World Curling Tour event, you have a mandatory, I think, 1 minute in between two events. We didn't even get that 1 minute in between two games. So,
Or a little stumble after you let go of the stone, so I don't think that's going to affect much. They are going to have to try to hold this, get it around the guard. Unfortunately, not. Kicks their own guard away and knocks another yellow into the house. So
it's a big whoopsie daisy. Well, nice to mention also in the N19 Campina, some of those players came back from South Korea.
Yeah, they played in the Senior World Championships.
Actually performed pretty good there. I think they were fourth in their group. Just missed qualification by a head-to-head result. But yeah, we have I think pretty nice track record of our seniors performing very well on the Worlds. So we have actually a challenger, so not everybody gets to go. It's not because you're old you get to go to a World Curling Tour event. Maybe you get to go on stream commentating, make some mistakes, but there's no way you can.
Don't tell me that. I was looking forward. I was just assuming, hey, now I'm old. I get to go play in like the big tournaments, but nope. I actually have to earn my way there.
Yeah. Maybe next year we'll have 3 senior teams since we have some seniors here in Belgium.
Somebody is cooking something good. It smells like fried chicken. It might not be, but it smells good, whatever it is. Might even just be... Oh, it's frites. Somebody brought frites into the...
Oh.
And it smells too good.
Even more punishment for us.
We have a pizza coming. It's fine.
And since it's Mother's Day, Timo is not visiting his mom with flowers. His mom is visiting Timo to support him on his game.
Yep. This one's going to come over and protect those two sitting deep in the house. I think that's a pretty good stone there. There's still a double possible, but it is a little bit long. And they've run that risk of hitting something on their own, so...
Tuur and Bram, they will be competing in the Gouden Carolus Classic, the Golden Carolus Classic next weekend. Not in their Team Verreycken teams, but those two will join with 2 others and a team called the Master Bears, because apparently they're bears. They're not sheep, they're bears. That was the story behind the team name.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
We still need to give Timo's explanation of why his team in that tournament is called the Four Pioneers. Because I'm not going to lie, I like Timo, but it's not a great name. There's got to be some reason behind it. But I don't see how Pioneers connects to curling.
So Stefan is actually wearing his national jersey this game.
Oh, very nice double there.
Is this our first shot of the match so far? I would say yes.
Yes, clicker has been clicked. That was a very, very nice shot.
Yeah, high five there over on the side. And I can understand why that was worthy of a high five.
Hello, Griet.
Hi, Griet.
Welcome in. Supporting Tour. Are you supporting the rest of Team Verreycken or
No, just
only
Tour.
Tour?
Only Tour. And the plan for Timo is to let it curl. His sneaky strategy is to give the stone a certain spin, which will bring it in some kind of banana-shaped trajectory, trying to avoid the guard there. Very, very clever from this skip from the Belgian national team.
You see he's letting his beard grow out. Maybe
Yep.
that's going to add some... he's looking for that... He's getting older,
He's
wiser.
starting to
the
look like a
sage-
pioneer indeed.
Yeah, the sage wisdom that comes with having a long beard. I wouldn't know. I get my sage wisdom from the gray hair. I can't grow a beard.
I'm betting, I mean, Timo and Jeroen, they have this little competition. They want to be the best performing Belgium curling player. They're very competitive at it, but probably at some point Jeroen said, well, you might be a good curler, but I still have the best beard in Belgium curling, and that probably triggered Timo.
But it's not the best beard. That's Martin from
That's
from
unbeatable.
Ramstein.
Martin is unbeatable at being
He's
the
got
best beard in Belgium
so
curling.
many years ahead of everybody. Yeah, you can't beat a beard like that.
Legend says he already had a beard when he was a baby.
He was born with that majestic beard.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of decision thinking going on here. I mean, there's nothing unusual for Stefan. You know, a wide open draw. He'll take 5 minutes to think about it. But you know, this one is a little bit more because they're not sitting in shot position, and the shot stone is difficult to get to.
Well, he is the magician, and that is part of building the suspense, created in the momentum, getting in the heads of his opponents.
Yeah. You have to. It's all about the showmanship.
Yeah.
Anybody can pull a rabbit out of a hat, but can you make a show out of it? Oh wait, he's just about to flow the hair. There it goes. That majestic mane. Look at it flow. I think if Stefan had grown up in Canada or the U.S., he would have been a hockey player and just had we call that salad, and that's just a magnificent salad. I don't know why they call it salad. They call it flow, but they also call it salad. I don't know why, but I just love the term. So.
Hi, Byung-Hui. Nice to have all of the regulars on stream. There was quite a pause. There weren't that many competitive games in Belgium curling lately, but now we have the Belgium Cup final, and next week we have our famous Bonspiel, the Golden Curls Classic. But nice to see that our regulars are still loyal to the stream and tapping in.
Joris, good to have you back. Hey, we'd love to have you here, but we're as a broadcaster, we're happy to have you at home adding to our numbers.
Yeah, Joris is famous for his dishes, for his cooking skills. I think one of the reasons why Team Verreycken is performing so well in international tournaments is they eat great food.
Yeah, you can't beat home cooking on the road. It's you can't underestimate that. We have Jeroen's first stone of the evening. Gonna try to curl this one over. This might be able to get both of those reds out.
Just one.
Just one. I heard a sweep for curl, but I guess they weren't going to get it over there enough, but... Now the discussion begins. What do they do?
Yep.
Get rid of the yellow, try to roll it over underneath some cover. Force a draw. It's going to be really tough to get that shooter over cover and still be shot.
I'm wondering how much curling is there to see, like, internationally. Is May one of those months where most curling clubs and national federations competitions have ended their season?
Oh, usually a lot of them have ended by April. To be honest, I think there's
Like,
still might have been a Grand Slam recently, but I would say quite a lot of clubs have already closed. So we stay open quite late in
yeah,
the season.
we go up till June because we have our Groningen Carlos Classic next week, but then we have the doubles playoffs in beginning of June. That's basically summertime, right? Barbecuing outside, and then curling inside.
It is
Best of both
very
worlds.
it's very odd going into the curling hall when it's light out and then coming out when it's light out.
Yeah,
That always throws me off, the end of the season stuff. But you were saying, love being the cook for the Belgian national teams and logistics support, of course. Cooking for 14 persons all day, that's a challenge. Yeah, I see that. But, you know, obviously you like what you do and the teams appreciate it.
it's a much appreciated challenge. I mean, there's a reason why everybody knows Joris. He's kind of one of the legends of Belgium curling and the behind of the scenes legends. He has this big cooking pot where he makes his stews and other dishes. He has to bring that from Belgium. He always brings aside from his equipment also some ingredients and stuff, and then it's kind of fingers crossed that it's passing the, how do you call it, the airport security.
Yeah, I can imagine that's something to explain. It's my emotional support cooking pot.
Yeah. You know, John, one day, if Kurdia really lands and we're becoming this big successful streaming business in Europe, we can hire a cook to cook for us.
Ooh, this is a nice
is a
stone.
big
Sneaks
stone
it
here.
right around. Very good.
Awesome stone. I think this also deserves a potential further match.
That is a click. Oh, I see Dries coming in. Dries Quartermans.
Hi, Dries.
Mirren is the GOAT. I don't know about that. I like Tura and all, but a goat? Maybe a donkey? Oh, final stone for Jeroen. They can peel that off. They can
Important
score.
one.
They can score 2, possibly 3.
Yeah, but that shot stone of N19 is nicely buried there.
That's
so
tough. Yeah, I think there's an angle to it, but how much of it? It's not an easy one. Trying to make this curl.
Needs to curl, needs to sweep for curl. I think it's gonna hit.
It's gonna catch it, but is it gonna catch it enough?
I don't know. It's red. It's red.
Ooh,
That's
one for
red.
N19.
And that's a steal. They're starting off with a steal here.
Yeah, big stone from Stefan there. Steals one, and you know, even though we're playing 6 ends, I think you're going to see teams just go for it. They're going to take every point they can, no blanks. You know, Nacho, that's just, I mean, it's a tough one for Team Verreycken, but that was such a well played stone from Stefan.
Yeah.
I mean, it was going to be so hard for Jeroen to really do something with it. He had a little bit more room to get closer to the guard. But, man, that's just so hard to judge. You know, 43 meters down the ice and getting it within centimeters is tough. So, Steph starting us off here at end number 2 as Campina takes a 1-0 lead. Oh, and our pizzas are here.
Yes. Yeah, the pizza company is not a sponsor of the stream, so we are not going to mention their name. But if they're listening, we are hungry boys once in a while. Streaming is a hard job, requires a lot of energy. Junk foods. I think it depends. Certain pizzas are junk foods, but nice Italian pizzas. Would you would you consider a very good Italian pizza as junk food, or is that El cuisine?
No, pizza is good. It's healthy. Now, if you throw a load of like greasy meat and things on it, then yeah, which is kind of what I do. But
Yeah, Americans turn it into junk food, but
Yeah.
basically it's not junk food, and it's sort of like a.
well, what's funny is hamburgers are often considered junk food, but it's like
Hamburgers.
yeah. I don't know why.
Hamburgers is the entire food pyramid in a box.
It is. You have grain, you have vegetables, you have dairy with the cheese, and then you have meats. What's wrong with that? Honestly, I'm not used to seeing Brom lead. Normally he plays like second, but hey, they're trying different things, I guess. Or I just don't pay enough attention to the lineups, which is very likely.
I think Don is their regular lead.
I think so.
Mr. Ice Cold.
Mr. Ice Cold. Such a good name. It's like the best name in curling, Belgian curling. Ooh, immediately on the sweep. Just trying to get rid of this one over on the house. Are they going to be able to hold this one?
It's gone. Oh, it's
it
not gone.
Catches
Or
it,
is it?
but does it get out? Does that get a Swedish curl back in? Oh, stays in play, but not in the house.
To be entirely over the back line. Bart doesn't mind. Bart is a very forgiving god.
Oh, Nacho, they're stopwatches. So they use it to measure the distance, like the speed, to help them judge how far the stone's going to go. So, like all of the sweepers are holding a stopwatch when they slide out, and when they cross the tee line, and then when the stone crosses the hog line, they measure that out, and it gives them an idea of where it's going to be. Some skips, like Timo, he uses it as well to judge the distance between hog line to hog line to kind of give him an idea of how fast the ice is moving. Unless you're talking about the brooms.
The brooms are.
But I'm fairly certain you meant the stopwatches. Oh yeah, when you get up to the well, I mean, I was taught to use the watches from the very beginning, but when you get up to the upper levels, they measure and they have exact numbers that they're looking for. So it's like when you tell them, okay, I want this stone to be 3.05 seconds, they expect 3.05, not 0.03 or 0.07. They really are getting very precise with what they want. We're trying to curl this one over. Does catch it. Shooter spills out. Keeps the house clean.
Clean as a whistle.
Bart is one of the players who was in Korea for the World Championships. Haven't had a chance to talk to him to find out how they enjoyed their experience.
Yeah, it was a tournament combined with the World Doubles. I think that's probably the final tournament or more, or is the final World Curling Tour, World Curling Federation tournaments.
I believe it is the last one of the season. Yep. Oh, this one is just going to carry through a little heavy. Oh, Paolo, another
Hi,
fan
Paolo.
of Tour.
Tour has such a large fan base. It's crazy. Everybody is a fan of Tour to some extent.
Oh, I'm not. I used to play with him. Oh,
Ah,
God.
yeah, that's true. You were his former teammate, or he was your former teammate.
Oh, I like Tour. We go back a long way in this club. He was one of the first guys. Bina!
Hi, Bina.
We've got the whole gang in now.
Good morning.
It's a bit early for you, no?
Yeah, that's hence the good morning, I guess.
Well, normally he'd be asleep. I mean, it's 10:45. Yeah, if I remember it should be 10:45 there. I figure if he's going to bed at 4 a.m., getting up this early, that's And here we are over on this side of the ocean on beer o'clock already.
Yeah. It's Sunday evening. We had a very nice Belgium Cup. This is the final that I think we're allowed to have a small Belgian beverage.
Carries a little bit behind, so they're just going to get rid of this one.
Yeah, a while back ago we played in a Danish tournament, and the team that won that tournament was a composed team with Scandinavian players, but also American players. Two players visiting from the Denver Curling Club. So that
was yes, two from Denver. It was supposed to be a full team from Denver, but a couple people had to back out. But they were able to find a replacement from Norway, and I think one from Austria or Germany. Either way, they did really well. They had a really good time. 6-pack of elephants in the fridge, but you need coffee right now. How about this? Elephant and coffee together, caffeinated strong beer. Probably not very good. Which is something to think about. Another fan of Tour.
Another fan of Tour.
Whoa, Sammy.
How many fans does this guy have? I mean, it'd
I
be
know.
like a couple of buses of fans.
Oh, no doubt, Bina. It would be absolutely disgusting. But I bet it would wake you up. But not for all the good reasons. You can see we have the bronze medal match going on over on the sheet next to it. I'll give an update at the end of this, as this end concludes.
The Grey Ducks. The Ducks without Toon van Waterschoot playing against a composed team. The National Women's Cup Caro with Junior Women's Skip or the Junior Skip Mirte, Takeout Tiger Skip Frank, and then the non-skip
Is Mona, Frank's daughter.
Yeah. Is this the final match of the season? Well, no.
No.
This is the final of the Belgium Cup, but we have a pretty long season here in Belgium because next week we have the famous Belgian Bonspiel, the Gouden Carolus Classic. That's an international Bonspiel. We have some teams visiting from I think the Austrian national women's team is participating. We have some Scandinavian teams, and then in the beginning of June, there's the
It's
playoffs for the doubles.
The doubles playoffs. Yep.
Yeah.
So
we have a super long season here.
another fan of Tour.
Yet another fan of Tour. I think Tour is just paying people.
He
to,
must be.
He must be.
But also a fan of Steph. Bullets, welcome. Yeah, so we still have a few more weekends. It's unfortunate we spread things out a little bit. We're hoping next season to have a little bit more consistency in our schedule so that it's easier for everybody to know when to tune in and where us to broadcast. But
yeah, but also for next season, the Belgium Curling League is still growing. We have 2 pretty big divisions, but there are some semi-confirmations that we will have new teams joining, but also international teams. And Team Reed, an English team, is probably joining, and we have a couple of German teams. Düsseldorf, Köln.
yeah,
I think Verreycken is bringing a second team. I'm hoping the Dutch Federation is going to bring a second team, or their team basically. They normally had a team from Tilburg joining.
yeah.
I hope they will rejoin.
We could end up with just a whole mess of curling next year.
Yeah, it could be that the Belgium Curling League starts to become this kind of Western European league with teams from the bigger region. I have 2 Luxembourgian teams already. A fan of Greece and Sheet B.
So just for a quick update over on Sheet B, Iconic leads the Grey Ducks 3-0 in the third end.
Interesting. Final stone of this second end here for Jeroen. Sealing the deal.
Looking for the blank, or they're just going to take the one? I think they take the one.
That's 1 there.
I think normally in a longer match they might have played for the blank, but I think as it's only 6 ends,
Make it count.
You've got to take the points when you can. All right. So as we head into the third end, we're all knotted up at 1. Looks to be a pretty exciting match. You'll notice Jeroen taking his jacket off. They had managed to put a heater in there and got the temperature up in the ice hall. So instead of the bitterly cold 1 degree, we've now got it up to 6. It's downright warm in the ice hall especially once you start sweeping. Makes a big difference in the quality of the ice and how much. Okay, now I think Tours has bought some bots.
Obviously,
to keep coming and say
you guys are bots. You just gave it away here. No way he has that much fans. We know he had a lot, but...
Oh, welcome in, Nopi.
Nice sweeping there from Tour.
Yeah.
Excellent sweeping.
Yeah.
This is what you hope to see.
Oops, we got distracted by the pizza. This one's coming in. Is this going to be a little bit too deep, though? No, looks like it's going to be okay. Just a little bit past the tee line. And stays in the house, so I'm still right.
Calling for line here.
I think this one is going to catch the guard.
I think so too. It's definitely catching the guard. Can they tap it through? That's also a possibility, going for that nose hit.
Yeah, I think so. It's going to tap it in. You will have to translate that word for me. Karaktonk. I'm not so sure.
Krachthonk, that's the they call it the room in the gym where you build your muscles,
Oh,
the
okay.
power.
Looking for a takeout here. If this squeezes around that guard, it might be nice. That's going to be pretty good. Unfortunately, they'll lose a shooter, but let's just get rid of that one. Keep that red one in the back sitting in shot position. For all you tour fans out there, it's first stone of the end. Let's get some hype going for tour here. Sweepers think it's a little bit heavy. Trying to curl this one over. That's going to catch on that backward in the back there.
This
That's
could be an excellent stone for tour here.
very nice.
Nice one.
Gets rid of that red. Building a statue of here in
Just
Mekala.
one statue.
I know. I think he deserves more.
Yeah.
Every street corner. Every street corner should have a statue of Tour.
A legend in the making there. Yeah, we should find a good nickname for tour for next season.
He gets a national holiday. He does.
Yeah.
This one's going to be a bit heavy. It's going to over curl. Is it going to stay in the house? Timo going to be able to sweep. Come on, skip sweep. We love to see the skip
Come
sweep.
on, Timo, harder, harder.
There, just gets it deeper. Yeah. Now he needs a timeout. He's a little winded. This one's got pretty good weight. Trying to get this one a little bit deeper so it has a little more time to curl. Doesn't quite get out behind that guard, but so we're going to see a takeout here. Immediately on the broom, but then immediately off. This one looks like it's going to get around that guard, no problem. And does get the hit and roll to the outside, just like he asked for it. Very, very nice stone there.
Yep.
Timo's going to go for the out turn takeout to try to roll back underneath. Very least, they just want to get this red one out of the way. My bad. Technical difficulties here.
No difficulties. Nobody noticed.
Well, they noticed because I said it. I'm too honest. All right, gets rid of the red. Slides over to the side of the house. Kind of maybe a little bit further than they wanted, but there are 6 ends in this match. So 6 rounds. It's a little bit shorter than our normal ones, but it's kind of a sprint tournament trying to get everything done in one day, so they've kind of condensed the games a little bit.
I wonder if that affects your strategy, because you don't get to do blankets or play safe or whatever. Maybe you want to...
Oh,
Interesting.
gets the double there. Very nice. Get rid of both of those reds. Leave nothing hanging around. Oh, wait a minute. No, they didn't want to get both of those reds. That was their own stone. Never mind. This one looks to have pretty good weight. Gonna try to push this one over. I mean, perfectly on the pin, but it's exposed. So just why you saw Bram slap his broom on the ice. Wanted that one to be a little bit better. Half a stone to the left, and that is the ideal position.
Yeah, now it gives them a hit and roll opportunity.
Nope, Stefan needs some time to think about it. I doubt he was thinking so much about the strategy of taking the stone out. Probably more thinking about what kind of weight he wanted thrown. Ooh, a little bit heavy. Gonna have enough time to curl over. Just enough. Gets rid of one, but not enough of that top yellow. Troutstone stays, but it is exposed. I think they're just going to try to draw this one in, get it behind that guard. They definitely want this one above the tee line. This one's got a good line. Now, what about the weight?
This looks fine.
Oh, very nice. Squeezes just by, but oh, just a little bit heavy. Ideally, that one would have been above the tee line, but hey, they squeeze it behind. It's in the house, sitting behind the guard, but yeah, you see Stefan saying, let's just hit and roll. Let's get rid of one of these yellows. Roll in behind the guard. All right, quick update over on sheet B. Iconic has taken a 5-0 lead into the 4th end over Grey Ducks. Is this one gonna curl over enough? I think that's gonna be kind of a nose hit. Yep, leaves it out in the open, so it's an opportunity for Team Verreycken to do their own hit and roll, get this buried, and force Campina to try to draw for one. I'm shouting for curl. I want to get this one just on the inside part of the nose, so at least it slides over a little bit. Unfortunately, sticks on the nose, so there's an opportunity for N19 to... all they need is a nose hit, and that's 1 point for them. But a good end from Team Verreycken to force this one. Nothing really to think about on this one. Although I'm still... Stefan could find a way. He could find a way to think about it, but... Pretty straightforward. Hammer stone. Get rid of the yellow. Stick the shooter. Take your one. Right here on the nose. Or just for good measure, get the double. And there we go. That's one for Campina. Pretty tight back and forth going on here. Pretty good. Each team kind of forced the other one to make some difficult shots. Leaving things out there a little bit, but nobody's taken advantage just yet. All right, so we're heading into the fourth end. Campina leading Team Verreycken 2-1 here in the Belgian Cup finals. The teams are gonna have to start looking to be maybe a little more aggressive. I don't think either one wants to make the first mistake. But at some point, somebody's going to have to be the aggressor and say, okay, we want to win this. Let's get to it. But I don't think they want to be pressured into taking a shot they don't need. This one carries into the house. All right, just going to get rid of it. So Timo opting for a opening guard, a corner guard here. Yeah, Bina, these two teams, they play each other quite well. When they're both playing near their best level, these are some very, very competitive matches. This one looking to be just gonna cruise into the house. Don't want that too much deeper than that. I think that's just short of the house. We can't tell. From this angle, it looks like it's way out, but probably just right over the edge. Trying to get confirmation. Because we're still within the 5 rocks, so if it's outside the house, they can't attack it. They're just going for the hit roll on the stone in the house. Try to get behind those guards over there on the edge. Oh, this one needs to hold. Jeroen doing a pretty good job of that. Just squeezes it around, but curls a little bit too much and slides further than they would have liked, but still in the house. Behind the tee line, so nothing that they really may not worry about too much. But then, of course, as soon as I say that, Stefan lines up to to let's take it out. Yeah, you don't want to let around too much. This one's going to get around that guard. Again, wanting to sweep this one so it doesn't slide too much and expose itself. Oh, nicely positioned behind behind that guard. Yeah. Timo, let's just get rid of it. Go with the peel, throw some hard weight behind it. Open things up.
Should be easy peasy lemon squeezy for a legend like Tuur.
He is the GOAT. There you go. Just gotta get rid of that guard. Make sure the shooter doesn't stick around on top of anything. That's a 4 out of 4 for me. Another one. Welcome, Quentin. So many supporters.
So many supporters for the GOAT, yeah.
It's like watching Michael Jordan in his prime.
And he makes it look so easy. It's like it's totally effortless. It's such a raw talent, this guy.
He's not bothered by the pressure that is, this is the cup final.
No,
and for him, this is just another training session.
Already halfway down the game.
This one I think is going to over curl on them. It's going to leave that right in the house exposed. Definitely don't want this setting up for a double, but
You should be fine. It's not the easiest double. A double, yeah, of course, yeah. If he sees a double and
well, he's looking for the roll. He can roll it over top of the, hit and roll, hit it and leave it over top of that red, or roll it all the way over and get it underneath one of the yellow guards. So look at the focus, the determination. Just trying to hold this one straight. Brom really put some weight down on that broom.
maybe a nose hit.
It's a little bit over.
Yeah, hard to tell who's gonna win this game. I mean, I feel like Team Verreycken, they're playing good, but N19, they're also pretty good. They're also in the game here.
Yeah, nobody's given anything up. They're staying focused through this. Both teams want this.
And they don't make big mistakes so far. Solid game from both teams here. Like this is the excellent hit and roll here. Might just get behind that Yellowstone perfectly there. So
Yeah, I don't think they had that planned on what to do if it starts to roll too far. Do they sweep it to get it under the yellow? Do they hope that it stops? There may be a double here. But I'm not sure they're going to go for that. Maybe just want to get rid of something, roll to the other side of the house. Tour sweeping as hard as he can. Gets it around the guard. Wow.
almost even doubled it out there.
Wow, and buries it behind that yellow, so now they're sitting in a really good position. N19's going to have to put something over the top here. Try to guard this up well. Yeah, Lucas, Tour is playing pretty well today.
Yep.
His sweeping has been excellent. His stones have been pretty good. All right, so they're going to try to draw this one around to freeze up against that yellow. That second shot stone there. Just doesn't quite get the curl to get over on that yellow. Not a bad stone, though. Really good effort. And I think that's what we're going to end up seeing. It's going to come down to these stones. It's like just, they've got to be like millimeter perfect. I don't think you're going to see any like crazy mistakes or huge errors that it's all going to come down to these, just that little touch. Try to curl this one and get a nose hit or a bit more so it holds. Gets it out of there. Shooter splits off a little bit. So what do we got going on here? Looks like possibly hit and roll. Try to get the yellow out, roll over against the freeze against the red. Try to keep something frozen into the house. While Stefan is thinking about it, quick update from Sheet B. Grey Ducks took one in the fourth. So in the fifth end, Iconic leads 5-1 over the Grey Ducks. This one's looking pretty good. Is that going to slide over enough? Yes, it does. Ooh.
I like this one.
Not bad. I think, though, it may have tapped that second red a little bit outside of the yellow, so... So this is kind of an easy choice for Team Verreycken. get rid of this red. Hopefully hold the shooter underneath everything. They could be sitting in a really strong position with 2 stones. But straight away, and you see it starting to curl over. Is that going to get around that guard? Tour's going to hold that.
Oh, look at that. Is that going to be double?
And he gets the double.
Magnificent. This is... click your clicker. This is... there's a big result right here.
That was a sweep. That was Tour right there, holding that all the way down.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you do against a stone like that?
Yeah.
Just...
Tour just out there flexing on him. Showing the guns. Welcome to the gun show. Yeah, that seemed to come off of his hand, off of Jeroen's hands, a little bit outside. And Tour just kind of held that all the way down. Look at them; they're smiling about how awesome Tour's biceps are.
Over on the other side of the sheet, I think they've made a decision here. Magician sliding over to grab the stone.
We are 100% trying to work on that, Nacho. We would love to have replays being able to show you guys stones like that. So what is Stefan's option here? They're going to just try to draw a freeze in against those yellows, try to sit something and force one. Got to make sure this gets over there and freezes against it. Otherwise, this could be a big house against. Has to get down. Got to sweep it. That is a pretty good shot.
Yeah. See, this is 2 great teams competing against each other. Like a minute ago, you're amazed by an excellent stone of Jeroen, and then now it's N19's power all over again.
Yeah, this almost, I mean, it's there for Jeroen to do something with it, but I think at the same time he's going to end up taking his own stone out as well. So
I think he can take it out, and it's not really behind the guard. If it's a controlled hackway takeout or a bumperway takeout, should be something Jeroen is able to do.
Oh, they need us to curl over though. It's got to get onto the nose. Oh, see, there it goes. It gets rid of it, but it also gets rid of the yellow. So only 2 saves that shot saved a possible 3 or 4 end. So, and that would have been devastating in this short format. But all right, so Team Verreycken taking 2 with the hammer to lead 3-2 over N19. But that was we saw a couple of really good shots there. Tour with the sweeping to hold that one on the right line for Jeroen, and then Stefan's draw back around to really put the pressure on them. That was a great sequence right there. Wasting no time. Timo's already at the other end of the ice. Brahms setting up in the hack. They are ready to go. The first crooked number of the match. I don't think we're gonna see too many of those, to be honest. This one's just going to carry in. They're going to pull this one right to the top of the forefoot. We really got to make a decision here. Going to go for the takeout here. And this is one of those things that really benefits Team Verreycken. It's like they put a stone in the house, and it's like it is a dilemma. Do you try to build up something while they've got a shot of something in the house, or do you get rid of theirs and they'll just let them just kind of like take things out and control the end? So, yep. Let me see it here. Just going for the
takeout game.
just
here.
go for the takeout. Clean the house.
One of those fast-paced ends.
Oh, Drew's gonna hold it. That's gonna be all right.
Sure will stay.
Some more flexing from Tour. Just we're gonna have to be careful. They might start saying with all this masculinity on display, it might be say, hey, this is just for kids, not for kids. This one is going to be just a bit outside. It's going to catch enough.
Yeah, but they lose a shooter. That's unfortunate, of course. And,
lose the shooter, and they do not get the stone out of the house. That's the first mistake. There we go. So
now they're going to split the house.
Force them to chase.
And that was a stone that the Team Verreycken was kind of aiming for. That one little mistake, and now they get to control. Putting in a second stone.
One looks pretty good. It's gonna just carry behind the tee line.
Pretty heavy. It stays in the house.
Stayed in the house, so it's okay.
No need to panic there. No need
see
to worry.
That's even a position that Stefan really isn't going to pay attention to it. You see Tour, he's trying to say, hey, I'm not a god. I do make mistakes.
The imperfect god.
Yeah.
Back in ancient Greek times, that was the standard. Gods were imperfect.
Yep. Heroes have flaws. But they fight through them. They do amazing things. Ooh, is this another miss? This one, I think. No, it catches it. And just slides
Just
under that other one.
Was a double. Wasn't, of course.
But we can imagine.
Try to. So Team Verreycken taking the lead here in the game. We're down to the final end here already. The sixth ender is over before you know it. It's basically.
This is only the fifth end, so
yeah.
we still have one more.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I don't think anybody's gonna shake hands down by one after four.
No.
This one comes up right on the tee line, just above the tee line. bit of a nose hit. Doesn't slide over like they like, but
I think that's a good stone.
still think it's okay. Yep.
Yeah, there's a trick.
The only thing is it leaves it open for Team Verreycken to nose hit on this, keep the house split. Lucas, good to see you, sir. How have you been? We've got the Belgian Cup final here.
Hi there, Lucas. I wonder if in other federations, whether they also have a championship and a cup as two separate trophies, or
I
would they
wonder.
just have a championship?
I think they just have a champion. It depends on the size of the country, too. I mean, we're fortunate that we can play. We're such a small country that we can have both because it's like there's not a lot of travel to play games and things like that. But if, like, in the U.S., they just have the national championship tournament, they don't have like a cup, an open cup. Yeah, we've had a good slate of games today. We can feel that we haven't broadcast in a little bit. Oh, nice double there.
Awesome.
We can feel we haven't broadcast that much the last few weeks, so it's slowly been coming, but we've had some good matches. We had a quarterfinal earlier this afternoon that went down to the wire. We had a placement match that went to extra. Yeah, they had to play an LSD for it. And this final has been pretty much back and forth the whole way.
Yeah, it's hard to predict who's going to come out on top in this final. I mean, Team Verreycken, they have the bookmakers' vote since they are the current Belgium champion. They won the championship. But as you can see, N19 is putting up a strong performance.
Ooh.
Feels like this is one of those games where one bad end could basically ruin your game. Every player has to be full focused, full concentrated.
Yeah, Dirk, one more stone before Stefan has to throw.
Yeah.
Trying to get this one to draw in behind that guard. It's a little bit wide. They want this one to curl. I think most important, they wanted to get into the house.
Yeah, it's in though.
It's in. It's half buried, but it is reachable. And I think with the lead, Team Verreycken is not going to worry too much about like making a big steal, but they've got an opportunity to get rid of this red, possibly even bury theirs behind that guard. It looks to be all right. Asking for it to curl a little bit more. Might not get across the nose like they want, but leaves that one a little bit out in the open. Now a decision for Stefan, because a hit and roll isn't so straightforward. If it goes out to the outside, that might slide outside the line, the circles. So I mean, as an opposing skip, you always like to have the shot where it's sitting out in the open. But yeah, this one's going to require some touch because it doesn't have that much room to go towards the outside before it gets back outside the circles. And they definitely want to try to get a second get a stone in the house behind that guard. So it needs to curl over. Is it starting to go?
Yeah, but will they keep the shooter or will it roll out?
Shooter stays. So a decision for Verreycken here. I think they're going to try to just give up the one, take the hammer going into the last end level. I think that'll be okay. Lucas, my new job's been pretty good. Yeah, started beginning of April, and it's been a lot to learn, a lot to keep up with, but really, really happy with it. Straight away, it's Brahms' turn to show off the pipes.
Yeah.
But I think that's curling. Look, that goes so far out there. He does get enough of it, though. I thought that was going to fall all the way out and miss it, but gets it out. Leaves an open house for Campina to draw into. Now they have to think, do they go for the draw? Do they take the 1 point and give the hammer to Team Verreycken, or do they throw it through, take the blank, and keep the hammer in the last end, knowing they need to score 2 to win? This is the tough decision. I don't think it's so straightforward either way. I think, though, I might have seen Stefan just kind of wave his hand. Yep, he's just throwing this one through.
Yep. Yeah, they don't want to go for this 1 point and then give the hammer. And that's sometimes a very bold decision, because you're throwing away an opportunity to tie. You're allowing them to go into the last end with a leading point.
Yep. But that advantage of having the last stone is
so strong.
It's so strong that, yeah, I would rather be one down with the hammer, especially against a team like Team Verreycken, than even and giving them the hammer. So I think that was a smart choice from Stefan there. Yeah, we're just gonna see how it plays out for him. But we are getting the type of curling that we like. It's coming down to the last end. It's probably gonna go down to the last stone. And that's that. Nacho, he didn't take the point because he wanted to keep the hammer, the last stone, for his own team in the end. So if he scored the 1 point there, they would be tied, but Team Verreycken would have the hammer. So he kind of likes it. He wanted to have that ability. He wanted the last stone in his hand for the last end.
Such a tactical advantage to be able to throw that last stone, and if you need to score 2 points, then you want to do that with having the hammer.
Yeah, I think in this match, if it was earlier in the match, like say the second end, they would have taken that 1 point. But because it's going into the last end, I think the advantage of having the hammer is better than
basically
being level.
It came down to what's the easier way to play: trying to steal 1, not having the hammer, or trying to score 2, having the hammer. And their decision basically is they felt it was more feasible to try and score 2 with the last stone than trying to steal not having the hammer.
Oh, right. Of course, we have the other semifinal going on. Or that finished. So I almost choke on a pizza. Iconic took the win. They scored 2 in the fifth to win 7-1 after 5. There are handshakes given, so very strong win for Iconic to take the bronze. Very well played tournament for them.
Iconic taking the bronze. Well, congratulations to Team Iconic, Caro. Mirte, Mona.
Oh, just ticks that yellow, but it stayed on the center line, so the stone stays in.
Did you guys say that victory has to be by 2 points? Well, no, but
No,
and a
no.
team needs to
Yeah, in
win
order
or wants
for
to win.
so in order for Bina to in order for N19 to win this match, they have to score 2 in the last end.
Yeah.
So you just have to win by 1.
Yeah. So imagine in the previous ends they would have go for a stone in the house. They would just score 1 and go with equal points into the last end, and then they have to try and steal. Apparently they thought that was a difficult mission. Right.
Slides over just a little bit, so we're gonna see N19 kind of use this. Both teams are going to be trying to fight the hit and roll, get behind.
This is the typical hit and roll. Who is able to not just do a good hit, but also have that very nice roll.
Yep. And it's got to be buried.
Yeah. If it sticks out, then your opponent is going to retry with a new hit and roll. So it's first one to make the hit and roll really good.
This one's a bit outside, but a roll to the outside wouldn't be terrible.
Yeah, clearing the house is maybe better than a nose hit.
Yeah, it's definitely better than a nose hit. You wouldn't want to leave the stone sitting there. So.
But that's the kind of level of curling we're looking at. Just a takeout is not good enough.
Mm-hmm.
You have games where you're just happy your right stone is gone. It rolled to the other side, but hey, okay. But in this game, that's not the case.
Tour does not settle for second. No, he doesn't. Trying to hold this one to get it around that guard, but I don't think it's going to get there.
It's hitting the guards, But it's in the house, it could work. It's also hard for an N19 to actually hit and roll on this one, since it's over a meter. I don't know how many foot or ankles or whatever they use in the United States that is.
3 feet in a meter. It's 3 feet 3 inches, but you can estimate it's a
yard.
A yard, which is very similar to a meter at that level.
Is it a nautical yard or?
Nope. There's only nautical miles, which is different than a standard mile. Yeah. I don't know.
Otherwise, it would have been too simple if you had just regular miles.
I don't know what a nautical mile is, to be honest. This one's gonna. Well, nose hit was also a good option. It's either the nose or the over, so or the rollover. So, Team Verreycken with the same options here: nose hit or slide it over underneath that guard if they can.
We're pretty relaxed watching this game, but I bet those teams and those players there are focused, nervous. Except for Tour, he's always super relaxed.
Trying to get this one to curl. I don't know that it's going to. I think it's a nose hit. They're going to get the nose hit, which was one of the options. But now I think this takes away the nose hit.
That was the final stone there for the T-man.
Now he's just going to have to flex those guns to see what he could do.
One nautical mile is 1.15 statute or a regular miles, which is 1 second of the latitude of the equator.
Bina keeping us informed here.
Yeah.
Dropping some knowledge in the chat. One's gonna get rid of it and gets the rollover. Are they gonna get a good rollover?
Oh, there we go.
Roll.
Excellent. And this is the roll we were looking for. And now it's plain and simple for Team Verreycken.
Run it back.
Run it back. Get it out of play. Clear the house. Take out the trash. Remove the rubble. Open things up.
Oh, Bino is dropping faulty knowledge on us.
Really?
Yeah. He said latitude, and he meant longitude.
Oh, yeah.
I can't tell you which is which, but I can, but I won't. I want to try to run this back.
Excellent
And
run back.
Gets it, and it
They even leave the
stays.
shooter. Alright, back to square one. Hit and roll.
Yep.
Try to take advantage of that guard that's still sitting there. And as long as they have that guard, I think N19 has a favorable position. If they can have a hit and roll, then they might score 2 with their hammer stone.
Yeah, they want to be lying one, going with the hammer in hand.
Yeah, they need 1 stone in the house that's defendable. They need something, that's for sure.
Now I wonder if they're gonna go to an extra end if it's level, or do they just do LSDs?
I think it's LSDs. We could check with the tournament director Chris, but the way I see it, or I think it is.
Oh, this one's gonna curl out too much. Okay. It does get the yellow out of the way, but the shooter flies outside the house, slides outside the house.
That's
So
true. But on the other hand, the window of opportunity is starting to close down on N18. 3 more stones for them to score 2 points.
yeah, they would have really liked that one to
Yeah,
have
they-
rolled under into a good spot.
And 1 stones in the house to keep their options to score. What do you want to do with your team Verreycken? Basically, you don't want to leave anything for N19 to use as a hit and roll.
They want to get this one behind the guard.
Just trying to claim that position themselves.
Yep.
But it has to be very well hidden behind the guard and sticks out.
This one looks like it's gonna be a good line. Is it gonna curl over enough?
Starts to curl.
Oh. But behind the
Yeah,
tee,
that's
so
a dangerous one. So this is
now they've got backing.
suddenly they have a stone they can use. So that's a friendly stone for N18. If they are able to freeze up against it, then Team Verreycken is forced to throw another freeze.
Yep. Yeah, they've got the option. They
Yeah, so the
can
question
draw
is-
in behind the guard. They can freeze up against that one
Yeah.
in the back. So
This stone is giving them options. This stone is giving them value. Oops. And I'm looking over through the windows to see somebody standing on the benches. I just see a pair of feet right next to Jeroen's heads.
yeah, that would be Caro.
Yeah, I mean, why sit down if you can stand right upright?
Well, then you can see over everybody.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can see the stones.
Makes sense. If only there was some kind of square box hanging on the wall. Yeah, here it comes. This has
me,
be
this
perfect
feels
freeze.
wide.
It feels heavy as well. I mean,
Yeah, they got to try to curl this over.
is there a post entry? We could give a. Oh, this looks good. Before, I think it comes up a bit too short. It's hard to see. I think yellow is still a shot.
Yeah, they're checking it out.
Yeah, they can take it out. So yeah, is there a way to give to your post-game interview? We might go into an Instagram live session. That could be an opportunity. Don't know for sure. I'll check with you.
We're unfortunately not set up for this. We're not reporters.
What are good questions for Tuur? That's a kind of first question to ask to the others. What do you want to ask to Tuur? What do you want to know?
Where did he get those guns? How are his biceps that powerful? It's so compact.
Looks
It
good.
looks pretty good.
They need to avoid the jam though. They need to have the angle right. And that's fine.
Angle's
Red aside.
fine.
I'm making sure that's definitely out. So 2 yellows in the house and 2 more stones for N19. They have to make them count. They only have... Well, they can go for a tie, of course. To win the game, they need to make those 2 stones count. So...
You are right. So, see, Bina, now we can't trust you because you keep changing your story.
Pressure's on Stefan right now. Skip time. This is where the magic
This has to be.
has to be right.
Yep.
If he leaves it open, you can take it out, they can do stuff, whatever, but
Make sure there's nothing stuck to the bottom.
don't leave anything to chance here. I wonder what he's feeling right now.
Make sure this gets there, but it also has to get buried. Freeze is ideal.
Okay. This looks okay. The question is how heavy is this? Get it in there. Oh, this is a very nice stone.
Great stone.
This is an excellent stone. Excellent stone there. Excellent stone. Did I say that was an excellent stone? Should I recall?
I don't know. We see about 3 centimeters. That's enough. They've got a chance here, but you know what? Stefan did what he had to do.
He did what he had to do.
That was a
Under a lot of pressure, delivering a stone that was close to perfection. And now the pressure's shifted to Jeroen, the Hatman. Yeah, I agree with you, Bina, there. I think that was an excellent stone. Is Jeroen capable of throwing an equally excellent stone?
Ooh, it needs to curl.
Oof, oof. Has to curl. It has to curl. Will it curl? Not enough, I'm afraid.
No,
And a red is still shot, and
no.
now they have hammer, and they get to draw for a victory here.
Oh,
Oh, what a turn of events.
coming down to the last stone. That's the decision to go for the blank.
Yeah, I
in
mean,
the fifth
the
may have just
victory-
paid off.
Yeah.
Wow.
Virtually, it's a tie right now, but N19, they have a clear shot at
They have-
victory.
They have the chance. They only need to get it into the
Oh my
white.
God, like
They just need to get it full white.
they didn't need to, yeah, they need to get it full white, and it's a job well done. And it's the exact same stone as he thrown before, so he knows how to throw it. He
Yep.
has the muscle memory, but can he deal with the suspense and the focus? Is that one little mistake from Jeroen going to cost them the game? Immediate sweeping here.
They want to make sure it
Yeah, they
gets
want to
there.
make sure they have some backing if it over curls. But the weight is of the essence here. Team Verreycken watching the game.
Don't sweep that. That's fine.
It seems hard though. And we have a tie. We have a tie.
Oh,
This is 1 for N19. What do we do now? Do we have an
Wow.
extra end or are we going to see LSDs?
Oh,
Are
wow.
we going to see LSDs or are we going to enter for an extra end? And that's up for the tournament director to decide. He knows the rules, but then again, I mean, it's still
Wow. Wow.
it still feels like, should I be happy? Should I not be happy? You kind of missed a victory there.
Wow. I mean, you can't ask for any more excitement than
no.
that, and it's just like that was incredible.
What do we do now, guys? Replay next week? Yeah, I mean, and I think Chris is coming over.
I think they're the way they're talking. I think it's LSD. I think they should let the teams decide if they want an extra end or not.
I think the fans they want an extra end. The
Yeah.
audience wants an extra end. But then there's of course there's the rules, right? There's the
Yeah,
tournament
they had
rules.
the tournament rules, so yeah.
You have to stick with the rules. But, oh my God, what are we witnessing right now?
Replay. Oh, and Adfundum. There we go. We'll just see who can chug their beers the fastest. Unfortunately, we can't replay next week. They have there's a tournament.
Yeah, there's the Verreycken
we
Belgium.
have another tournament next week.
I think we're heading for LSDs here. That's my guess.
Yeah, I think so. Honestly, I would prefer to see extra end. I would
Yeah,
prefer to see it.
I mean,
We've got the time.
This game deserves an extra end. Those teams, they really deserve an extra end. But it's going to be LSD. Can you imagine? It comes down to throwing a stone on the pin. And we've seen a team win and lose on an LSD before. We had Ramstein against Super Duper YB,
yeah.
and then Ramstein fell short because Super Duper was able to throw a perfect LSD. And
Yep.
Stefan, is he able to throw? I mean, is he able to deal with that suspense and that pressure?
I think so.
I mean, yeah, but
I
he cracked under the pressure. His last stone was a
It's
pretty
a little bit
straightforward
heavy.
draw.
Yeah.
It was slightly too heavy. Is he able to forget about that one?
Yeah, see, that's Bullet has the thing. It's like going into an extra end. Team Verreycken would have the advantage because they'd have the hammer. So this is one of those. Okay, just
Here it
you
comes.
against the ice, you with the stone.
Yeah. Man, curling, strategy, chest on ice, and it comes down to throwing a stone in the middle of that circle right there. Feels like they need to sweep. Feels light. Dirk is coming over. Can they get it in? It's barely touching the blue. It has to touch the blue.
Oh, it's in. It's
barely-
counting, but ooh,
Oh, you can just see and smell the disappointment on Bart's face there.
he worked hard to get that down there.
Yeah, he. But this game is not won yet for Team Verreycken. I mean, their scoring area is the white plus a little bit of the blue.
Yeah. Well, no, they each get 2 stones.
They get 2 stones,
Yeah.
alright, so it's not over yet.
Yeah, Joris. I personally would like to have seen an extra end.
Yeah, same
I
here.
think.
I mean, the game deserves an extra round. You want those teams to win because
We have no idea what it was. My guess is going to be somewhere around 150.
also immediate sweeping here. It feels a bit more heavier than Stefan's stone though.
Yeah.
Think it's red. I'm betting red.
It's
behind the T-line.
it's the combined total
Yeah.
of the both of the two.
Excellent LSD, excellent LSD. And this puts pressure on the N19. And a round of applause here. You can see people waving at the fans. Dirk is going to measure. Yeah, you have to measure it.
That is going to be that's probably about like 5 centimeters.
Yeah, I don't think we can actually zoom in. That's an excellent stone.
Yeah, that would be the normal way to do it, Joris. I think just because this was such a compressed format and it's kind of an open tournament to anyone who plays, who has ever taken an initiation, I feel like they had to choose something and
Now,
apply the rules as
Yeah.
as they started the tournament.
basically, yeah. Stefan has to. Who's going to throw the LSD? Is it Stefan again, or is it?
No. It's another. It has to be a different person. So I think
Okay.
it might
or
be
Bart.
Bart.
Probably then, yeah. It has to be right on the pin. I mean, if it's not, how else are you going to
Yep.
win here? I mean, Brand threw on the pin. You have a.
Yeah, the only way to put pressure is it has to be on the button. Not Bart's steadiest
No.
one. Oh, it looks a little light. They're on this broom. They want to get this in there. It needs to get to the tee line. Come on, get it down there.
It's not
Oh
there.
no.
Came too short, and I don't think Team Verreycken, they have to throw.
Nope,
This
that
is
is it. That is the match, and you hate it to go down like that.
Yeah, you don't want to lose with just throwing a stone short, but we can't say we can't just look at that last stone. I mean, they played such an amazing game here. It would be unfair to say, "Oh my God, they messed up."
I feel the emotion from Bart and just how disappointing that is to kind of.
Yeah, they fought so hard to get that one little window of opportunity, and if you then fall short, it feels like okay. On the other hand, Team Verreycken, they did not steal this victory here. That was a well-deserved victory.
Yeah, hard fought from both teams. You see the post-match handshakes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been there before. It always hurts. You have the opportunity, and you just miss it, and that's tough. That's tough. I fully understand what's going through Bart's mind right now.
Yeah. And as the players are leaving the venue here, let's hop over to the booth one last time. It's weekend.
There we are.
Well, John. I'm exhausted. I was exhausted, but after this game, I mean,
that was incredible.
That was incredible. Yeah.
What an ending. I cannot get over that last end, that the decision to go for the blank by Campina and N19 was gutsy, but it almost made it work. Unfortunately, just a little bit long, but man, that was such a finish.
Game. And it was Stefan's very, very good freeze that brought them back in the game, that gave them an opportunity. Then Jeroen missing that takeout, and unfortunately Stefan wasn't able to repeat that same stone. Was a little bit heavy, and they were forced into an LSD, and there Bram just sealed the deal with such an excellent LSD. He was important for a team, but yeah, you can't really wrap up the whole story of a game and bring it down to one or two stones, because the whole build-up towards this moment was a series of excellent stones, very good stones. A couple of minor mistakes, but then we are very, very strict in making an evaluation here. I think I'm just happy that this was the final of the cup. This was what a cup final has to be.
Yeah, I mean, this is with broadcasters what we want. We want it to come down to the last stone and the last end to decide the championship.
We should get somebody over here at the booths. We should try and nudge.
I'll go find Tur.
You go find Tur. Meanwhile, I'm going to figure out what I'm going to say about this game, because I'm basically speechless. But well-deserved victory for Team Verreycken. They are the Belgium champion. They won the Belgium Curling League, the A division, and now they've also won the cup. They are the cup holders. They get the cup from the housekeeper. The housekeeper is unfortunately not able to participate in the event, but Team Verreycken are the new cup holders, and they are not competing next week in the Gouden Carolus. They split up in two different teams. But thanks everybody for watching. Stay tuned. We will have players coming over here at the booth. We are going to do a very short interview. Don't leave yet. Thank you, Joris, Dries, Griet, Ryan, Quinten, Bina, Polit, Nopi, Paulo, everybody else that I'm forgetting. And we're hoping to see Tur here in the booth. John is doing an effort to get Tur over here. I think his fan base deserves a quick word. If you have questions for Tur, you can already start to answer. Hey, John, how was your attempt to get Tur over here? John is just around the corner. I'm hoping that he was able to snatch one of the Team Verreycken players. Were you able to get somebody over here?
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Tur. He's deferring to the team. He feels like it's a team game, and it would bring too much attention to himself when he wants the team to enjoy the victory together.
Yeah. Unfortunate. I mean, the fans.
He's the greatest, and he's the most selfless. It's just amazing.
That makes him even more great.
That's just.
Yeah. But well, I mean, I think we can close off here then. That was, yeah. People that missed this game and don't try to knock over our little...
Wacht, jongens, wacht. We komt.
Yeah, people that missed this game, you can rewatch it, but it's never the same as watching this live. You don't get the full experience if you just rewatch it and skip through the moments. And thank you for all the comments.
Yeah, thank you everybody who came in, especially you guys. We love the comments, we love the cheering, we love all of this stuff, and it makes it worth it for us to do this. So
I'll do the closing word. So if you like the stream, if you like curling, if you just watch us joke around, be here next week because we have, pointing at the right angle somewhere, on top of your head, John, we have the Gouden Carolus next week, Friday to Sunday. We'll stream them. If you want to stay in touch with us or if you want to kind of follow up on our streams, we have lots of social media. We have obviously YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. TikTok is where we do all of our crazy dances. We have a very special TikTok account. Now we can wrap up and have some beers with the teams.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you everybody.
Bye now.
Till next time. Goodbye.